Hello dear students, welcome back to the channel of Dr. Gaurav Verma. In this video lecture, we will learn Chebyshev's inequality. Let's start. First of all, what is its statement? If x is a random variable and taking non-negative values and its mean is mu and variance is sigma square, then we have to show that probability of x minus mu greater than equal to epsilon is less than equal to sigma square over epsilon square. If we take instead of epsilon is equal to k sigma, then this equation get reduced into this equation. This is the equation of Chebyshev inequality. So very important result in the paper of statistics. Now we have to prove this result for two cases. One is for discrete case, one is for a continuous variable case. Let x is a discrete random variable. Okay, so first of all, we take case of discrete random variable. X is a discrete random variable. Let us say its mean is mu and variance is sigma square. Now we all know the definition of variance, sigma square. It is a summation xi minus mu square fxi. Now we have to delete all the terms. Now we will delete all that terms for which mod x minus mu is less than epsilon. We will delete all these terms from this part. Okay, now we get only positive terms for which x minus mu greater than epsilon. So we can write sigma square is a greater than this one. Here, asterisk indicates that it contains only that terms for which modulus x minus mu is greater than epsilon. Obviously, it will be greater than because we have neglect few terms from here. So sigma square is greater than this thing. So if we put x minus mu is equal to epsilon, replacing with epsilon, and epsilon will come out here. So what is this? This summation will indicate the probability of all x minus mu greater than epsilon. So this indicates probability of x minus mu greater than equal to epsilon. So summation fxi direct sign. This thing is replaced with this thing. Okay, so reshuffling the rearranging the statement, we get this. So we have proved the statement for Chebyshev inequality here. Now we take continuous variable case. Now we know that in a continuous variable we can find expectation value by using the formula 0 to infinity x fx dx. As we have taken the non-negative values of the x, so integration will start from the 0 here. Now I am breaking the integral from 0 to k to infinity. Here is the k is any constant number, positive constant number. Now we have to take only non-negative values, and if we reject this thing for which x is less than k, so this summation ex will be greater than this thing when we remove this term. So obviously left side will be greater if we reject one term on the right hand side. Now taking x outside and doing integration as x is greater than k, so I am replacing x with the k here and doing integration. It simply means probability x greater than equal to k. So e raised to power x is greater than equal to this. On rearranging this term, we get this equation. This is called Markov's inequality. Now, in this equation number 2, what will we do now? We replace value of capital X with the x minus mu square in this equation and take k is equal to epsilon square. So putting these values, we will get this thing, taking modulus, and we take under root both sides. So what will be this? This is a variance x. So we have proved this equation. This is the Chebyshev inequality, very easy to prove. And similarly, we can write it like 1 minus something. Now we have to prove its second part. In order to prove second part, put epsilon is equal to sigma square k square. There is something wrong in the slide. Put epsilon is equal to sigma square k square in the previous equation. Okay, so when we put epsilon sigma square k square, so we get here sigma square k square. So here we get variance sigma square. So it cancelling out, we get another equation for it. So we have another statement for Chebyshev inequality. This statement will be useful to solve the questions. You must know, you must learn this equation because this will be work as a question solving technique. Okay, if we take k is equal to 2 in this equation, so we get probability of x minus mu greater than 2, sigma is less than equal to 0.25. It means that probability of x differing from its mean by more than twice the standard deviation is less than equal to 0.25. So Chebyshev inequality basically gives us the upper bound of the probability. Okay, we are now doing start problems. In this question, state Chebyshev inequality, compare the upper bound. This is a statement for Chebyshev inequality x minus mu greater than k times sigma. Here k is 2 here. Okay, so we have given a uniform distributed function, and we know that the uniform distributed function, it is always a constant function, and its function is given by 1 over b minus a. So b is here 3, a is minus 1, so it is a function is defined. Whenever students, please listen carefully, whenever we have to do the problems of Chebyshev inequality, first of all, we will find mean and variance. So we will find Ex, since it is a continuous type, so we can find mean using the formula x into function limits 1 minus 1 to 3. So we get mean here. Similarly, we have to find expectation of x square in order to get variance. So when will you get expectation of x square? When we multiply x square into function. So here there is a mistake, it is a 3. On integrating, we get this answer, and we know that variance of a function x is given by the formula ex square minus ex whole square. This is whole square. On simplifying, we get a variance sigma. Now this is our Chebyshev inequality. Take mu is equal to ex and value of sigma is 4 by 3, and take k is equal to 2 as it is given in the question. So we get 0.25. This is the upper bound of this probability relation. So Chebyshev inequality is very helpful to get the upper bound of this probability relation. Next question. Now we have also find actual probability without using Chebyshev inequality in this question. In the previous question, so if we take x minus mu greater than 2 variance, so putting the value of mean is 1, sigma is root 4 by 3, and we converting into less than sign 1 minus, removing the absolute sign, it will change it into this one. So when we integrate this term, we will get this answer, and this answer is always less than, actual probability is always less than probability estimated by Chebyshev inequality, because Chebyshev inequality always gives the upper bound for that particular inequality's probability. Now another problem, function is given, it is a continuous type. You have to find the probability of this thing using the Chebyshev inequality. First of all, I have told you earlier, first of all, we will find mean. What do you mean by mean? Simple expectation of x into function. So here x will come here. It is a mistake here. X into function on integrating minus root to 3, it becomes 0. So it is an odd function. Because it is an odd function, and integration of odd function from minus a to a is always 0. Similarly, we will find the expectation of ex here, and we find it is 1. So what is the value of variance? Using this formula, we get variance is equal to 1. Now it is about Chebyshev inequality. This form of Chebyshev inequality is generally used in the questions. X minus mu is greater than k sigma less than k square. By putting mu is equal to 0 and putting k is equal to 1, sorry, k is equal to 3 by 2. Because sigma is 1, and in question we have to find a probability x greater than equal to 3 by 2. So by comparing the problem with the given equation, we get k is equal to 3 by 2. So its upper bound is get by 4 by 9 using the Chebyshev inequality. Now we can actual find probability. Actual means we will do simple definition probability. So it is greater than 3 by 2. Sorry, this is greater than 3 by 2. I can write 1 minus x less than 3 by 2. So it will be minus 3 by 2, 3 by 2. You can simply get its probability. So its value will be this. This value, actual probability value, is always less than the upper bound given by Chebyshev inequality. Next question. Function is given to us x greater than 0. It is again a continuous type. We have to find this value, lower bound for this, using the Chebyshev inequality. First of all, find b. It is a 1. Then find ex square. It is a 2. On simple calculation, this is a variance definition. You get variance. Now we know that since in this question we will use less than equal to type, x minus, because problem in the problem it is given to us less than equal to type. So we will use this type of a Chebyshev inequality, students. When we open this modulus, this inequality becomes this. Okay, put the value of nu is 1 here, sigma is 2 here. sigma is also 1 here, sorry. So when we put sigma is 1 and in question we want 3 here. So if we knew it is 1, sigma is 1, so we must take k is equal to 2. According to the question, you have to choose k. So in order to make it 3, take k is equal to 2. So it will be a required result. Required result. So we get its probability 0. If we find its actual probability, using the simple definition of probability, it is a minus 1 by 3 to probability fx. So this is the actual probability. This is a Chebyshev inequality bond. Similarly, if we in the question we have given a movement generating function. So it is a binomial distribution, and we know that movement generating function of binomial distribution is q plus p e raised to power t power n. This is a movement generating function for the binomial distribution. So q is 0.4, p is 0.6, n is 5. So first of all, we can find mean and variance, and we know that in the binomial distribution, mean is given by formula n into p. So mean is 3 here, and variance is given by npq. It is a 12. So we have again find this thing. Whenever you find this type of probabilities, you will always use this type of a Chebyshev inequality equation. Opening the bracket, we will get this inequality. Put nu is equal to 3. Put variance is equal to 1.2. In order to get here 4, you can compare this thing with the 4 as it is given in the 4. So where you can find the estimate the value of k. Putting these values, you will get this probability. Okay, so this is value point minus 0.2. You can also find its actual value. Another example, the function is given to us 6:30, access to 4, continuous time. First of all, we will find mean and variance as discussed in the previous example. Whenever students, you have to find upper bound, Chebyshev inequality, lower bound, you must know first of all we will find mean and variance. So very easy to find mean, x into function. So on integrating, we will get its integration very simple way. We get its mean, then we will get ex square, and using this formula we will get variance. And in problem, comparing the question nu 2 sigma with 1 by 2 minus 2, so putting the value of nu and sigma, taking k is equal to 2, we will get this thing. Okay, so required probability, this you can find actual probability. This is actual probability he is finding, and this is a using Chebyshev inequality he is finding the probability. So the big in this problem we are generally finding two ways probability, one by using Chebyshev inequality, one by simple definition of probability. So students, in this video we have learned the proof of Chebyshev inequality and the problems related to Chebyshev inequality. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Signing off, Dr. Gaurav Verma. Thank you very much.